Trisha McLaughlin, the Chicago Tribune's Chicago man is a criminal illegal alien from Mexico and member of the Latin Kings gang who tried to pay for the murder of Chief Greg Bovino. Leave it to the media to carry water for this violent criminal. And she's responding to Laura N. Rodriguez Preza. DHS claims a high-ranking Latin Kings member from Chicago solicited the murder of top Border Patrol chief, but at his indictment, there was no mention of gang ties. His lawyer and family says DHS's narrative of Juan Espinoza Martinez is false. And I'll link it. I'm not going to really go through it, but I'll at least link this if you want to check it out. Chicago man indicted for allegedly soliciting killing of Gregory Bovino, but without contention of gang involvement. So, yeah, apparently it wasn't mentioned in court. I mean, obviously I wasn't there. So, anyway, but yeah, so this will be here in the description if you want to take a look at that on chicagotribune.com. And we'll hop over to the next. And where is it? Here we go. ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said he will withhold $40 million from California because it is the only state that is failing to enforce English language requirements for truckers. And this was posted 8 hours ago. I mentioned this yesterday. This has been a topic of discussion in the government for a couple of days now. So yeah, they're withholding federal funding because it's the only state failing to enforce the English language requirement for truckers. So anyway, that'll also be linked if you want to take a look at that. And also related from Secretary Sean Duffy himself, this isn't rocket science. The foreign truck driver who made an illegal U-turn and killed 3 people in Florida earlier this year got his trucking license in California. After the accident, he failed an English proficiency test. This administration cares about Americans being safe on our roads, even if local quote-unquote leaders like Gavin don't.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says he'll withhold $40 million from California. He says the state is failing to enforce the English language requirements for truckers. Governor Gavin Newsom's office pushed back, saying the state's commercial truck drivers have a lower crash rate than the national average. Duffy launched his investigation back in August after an illegal immigrant killed 3 people while making an illegal U-turn on a Florida highway. His commercial license was issued in California. Investigators say the trucker failed an English proficiency exam after the crash.
To drive an 18-wheeler, a semi, a school bus, you have to speak English and you have to understand English. And you should be tested for this when you take your CDL exam. We sent out notices to all the states that they have to start to comply. All the states have complied, but one. That would be California. Gavin Newsom cares more about illegal migrants than he does about the safety of his citizens.
The driver in that fatal crash was charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide and immigration violations. He is being held without bond.
Yeah, and he looks like he couldn't give a less of a shit either. If you look at that footage of the accident itself when that happened. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Homeland Security, sanctuary states like Massachusetts are not only harboring illegal alien child rapists, they're letting them prey on the most vulnerable in-state sponsored shelters. When will these sanctuary politicians stop protecting criminals? President Trump and Secretary Noem have unleashed ICE to arrest and remove these dangerous predators from our communities. And Secretary Noem, by the way, she's the Secretary of Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security. And it looks like we might have an article on this as well. Yes, we do. From Fox News. Democrat governor in hot seat after whistleblower rips disturbing sentencing pattern for illegal child rapists. So I'm going to take a look at this because this is kind of wild, man. A former Massachusetts shelter director turned whistleblower is calling the sentencing of yet another illegal alien for raping a child at a taxpayer-funded shelter further evidence of a total government failure in the sanctuary state. Haitian illegal alien Corey Alvarez, 27, was found guilty of aggravated rape of a child at a migrant shelter in Rockland, Massachusetts, and sentenced to 10 to 12 years in prison, according to NBC 10 Boston. Dude, if that happened in Florida, he would have probably been our first death row case, because in the state of Florida, pedophilia can be a punishable sentence of death. We can put him to death now in the state of Florida, and that definitely sounds like it would probably suffice. Anyway, Alvarez was arrested by Rockland police in 2024 on a suspicion of sexual assault on a 15-year-old female victim. Both Alvarez and the victim were living at a state-run shelter at a Comfort Inn. Alvarez was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers in August. According to the agency, he entered the country lawfully in 2023, but violated the terms of his admittance, meaning he was present in the country illegally. And there's the image of the asshole right here. There's asshole for you. All right, in response, Featherston, who ran a similar migrant shelter in Marlborough, Massachusetts from 23 to 24, said Alvarez's sentencing exposes a much bigger problem. Quote, call it what you will, but this is total government failure, he said. You have documented cases now of these girls being assaulted in shelters run with taxpayer dollars. No one at the top, including Governor Maura Healey, is taking any of the responsibility. Featherston has previously blown the whistle on rampant sexual abuse of children taking place in the Massachusetts-run shelter system. Unbelievable. Speaking with Fox News Digital in February, he detailed the case of another Haitian illegal alien, Ronald Joseph, who raped and impregnated his own 14-year-old daughter at the Marlborough shelter. Featherston said that when he and the authorities confronted Joseph about the rape, he became agitated and threatened him. Despite the gravity of the crime, Featherston said he was instructed to order Joseph a ride to another state-run shelter. What the fuck? Joseph was not arrested until months later. He has been sentenced to 12 to 15 years in prison for aggravated rape of a child. Unfucking believable. Only got 12 to 15 years, and I bet if he's on good behavior, he'll probably be out in 5 years? Featherston said that these two cases are not isolated, but rather a part of a larger, disturbing pattern of child sexual abuse that has largely gone unpunished. Unbelievable. But anyway, that'll be linked if you want to take a look at that as well. Just fucking insane, man. And these are the people that Democrats are protecting. These are the people they want to give your tax dollars to in the form of health insurance. How do you like that? RNC senior advisor Danielle Alvarez lays out the Democrats' real priorities. Quote, I think that it's unfortunate that Democrat leadership is fighting harder for illegal criminal aliens than American citizens, using taxpayer funds to protect their sanctuary cities. And that's from the GOP. So let's take a look at this.
I think that it's unfortunate that Democrat leadership is fighting harder for illegal criminal aliens than American citizens, again, using taxpayer funds to protect their sanctuary cities. And it's against our brave law enforcement, our brave ICE agents who have bounties on their heads from dangerous cartel members who want and are protesting against an open border because they are no longer making money from human trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking. And then, as you all reported, they're doxing our brave ICE agents. And we know that there are
hence the masks.
Factions of the Democrat Party that are using online tools to also dox our ICE agents. So I think we need to be very clear and stand with law enforcement. We are a nation of law and order.
Oh, they're not only trying to use tools online, they're also weaponizing the government itself, at least in California, with Governor Gavin Newsom passing a law in California that requires any federal agents to uncover their faces when they're operating out in public, which, of course, that's not enforceable. He can't instruct federal agents what to do. But anyway, yeah, that's how far the Democrats have gone at this point. Anyway, Nick Sordor, breaking, President Trump just announced he will be surging federal agents into San Francisco to clean up crime. Long overdue. Gavin Newsom is gonna throw a fit, and a fit he will throw.
I talked about crime, but I never knew that we were going to get into it like we did. I used to watch these cities with the murders. Chicago recently had one deal where they had 11 murders in one weekend, and they said, well, yeah, but it was a holiday weekend. They actually told me that was the reason.
Oh, my God, dude.
Okay, because
people are evil.
It was Labor Day. These people are the worst. They are.
Yeah, it was typical. Fucking 11 murders in the city. Oh, it was the holiday. It's to be expected. Sometimes people, they just go out and kill people on a holiday. It's no big deal.
You better, I tell you what, the people in Chicago and the people in places like that can be fixed. At some point, it gets to where you can't fix it anymore. It's too far gone. And we have some cities like that. But these are great cities that can be fixed. I'm going to be strongly recommending, at the request of government officials, which is always nice, that you start looking at San Francisco. I think we can make San Francisco. There's one of our great cities 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and now it's a mess.
I wonder which officials were the ones that gave them a call.
So I'd like to recommend that for inclusion, maybe in your...
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I mean, and in spite of all the crime that's happening in San Francisco, what was that called? That poop app. I can't remember what it was called. It's an app that you can download on your phone that shows you in real time where human and animal feces are located on sidewalks around the city. And if you look at the whole map, it's just completely just filled up with brown emojis, like thousands of them. And they even have a government department, like the Department of I can't remember what it was called. It's like the Department of Fecal Matter or something like whatever. It's the Poop Patrol. It's what they are. That's what they're tasked with. They go around San Francisco and they clean up human waste all day. Like that's what they do. They actually have to pay people in the government to clean up after humans take a dump on the sidewalk in San Francisco. And despite all of that, it's still the most expensive city in America to live in. It's like the average property is like, what, $2-3 million or something insane like that. It's absolutely mind-boggling that anybody would even want to live there. And President Trump is right. It used to be a very beautiful city. Remember the opening credits of Full House, like back in the 90s? It used to look like one hell of a pleasant place to live once upon a time. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you take a quick second to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And check out The Swamp, which drops Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, covering the daily happenings inside the federal machine. Thank you very much for watching.